Wagwan foodies, welcome back to Tamara Recipes. In today's video, I will show you how I made this flavorful, moist and delicious Jamaican coconut cake or toto. And guess what guys, it's eggless. So you know, for all them vegans, there are people like me who don't love egg. This recipe is for you. So let's get right into it. So first I am going to begin with my coconut. Now I have a dry coconut that I cut in some pieces of my choice. Now you could always go ahead and grate your coconut or blend it. Alright, so I'm gonna blend my coconut. It was a big coconut guys, so I just cut it in some small pieces. So make sure you use a dry, as the Jamaicans would say, a bone dry coconut, alright? Because I want the coconut to have that rich, richness when you blend it, alright? So normally I love my coconut milk to be rich. So I don't use a lot of water to blend, and I try to squeeze as much juice as I can get from it. But if I was making my rice and peas, then I would, squeeze it until all of that juice is released. But since I'm going to make the coconut cake and I'm going to use the trash as well, so I don't want to remove all of that flavor from the trash, alright? So I am going to add some more ingredients. So first we're going to work on our coconut milk. Now I am not going to add vanilla to this recipe. Now if you like, you could use a vanilla, but for me I'm just using the almond, and I use almost like 3/4 of the cork. Yeah, maybe about a half a teaspoon. And I added 1 cup of sugar. You can add more sugar if you like or less. And I added 3 tablespoons of melted butter. Now for me guys, I should have allowed my melted butter to cool some more so it kind of curdle, but that's fine guys. The cake, it didn't bother the cake. The cake, as the butter as the cake bakes, then the butter will melt. So even if your butter curdles, that's fine. All right, so I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour in the bowl. And I didn't sift my flour guys, but I'm adding a tablespoon of baking powder. I'm adding half a teaspoon of baking soda, and I'm going to add some salt. Now I'm adding almost 1 teaspoon of salt. Now I'm adding a teaspoon of cinnamon powder. I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of nutmeg. I didn't want to add too much nutmeg because I don't want it to overpower the flavor, alright, of the cake. Because sometimes if you add too much nutmeg, it can make your cake bitter. So I am using the freshly grated nutmeg. But what if you don't have the fresh nutmeg? Then you could always use the grated one, alright? Now as I said before, I'm using like a half a teaspoon because I don't want it to overpower the taste of the cake. Alright, so you can use any other spice of your choice. You could also blend a piece of ginger in your coconut milk. But for me, I don't love ginger in toto, so I'm gonna add any. Alright, so if it's up to you if you choose to add the ginger to it. Alright. Now, or you can use some, if you don't have the fresh ginger, you could use some ginger powder as well. Now I have my coconut trash here, so I'm just going to add some into the flour mixture. Alright, so I like to coat my trash in the flour mixture. And if you're using like raisins, you could add some raisin or any other fruit of your choice. Well, for me guys, I just love it like this, so I'm not gonna add no dry fruits. Alright, so we're just gonna mix it nicely, and then we're going to add our wet mixture. Alright, so in total I have about 2 or 2.5 cups of the coconut milk mixture. I will not use all of it. I will reserve some until I'm making another recipe that I could incorporate it with. But for now, I am just gonna add the liquid until the batter comes together. Alright, you don't want a runny batter, you want a nice consistency. So I will show you the consistency that you should have. Alright, so in total I use about 1 3/4 cup of the coconut milk mixture. But it all depends on your flour, because every flour absorbs liquid differently. So I grease my 8-inch baking container. Now you can use a round cake pan, you can use a square or a rectangular pan, or you can use a loaf pan. Alright, so I'm just gonna pour my batter into the cake pan and make sure you grease it very well, guys. You see that butter? It gives the edges that nice buttery golden crust. Alright, so you could always grease yours with some oil as well, but I'm gonna transfer mine into the oven, into a preheated oven, and I will leave all ingredients, all temperature, everything in the description box. Alright, now my toto is all done. It is hot at this time, so I'm gonna allow it to cool down completely, and then I return and slice. Alright, now some people love them toto warm. I'm not that type of person. I love when mine is cool, so it's all cool at this time, and as you can see, guys, it's ready to cut. Alright, so it smells so nice from all of that spice and flavors that were added, and the coconut. Oh my god, yes, guys. So I'm just gonna give it a nice slice, and then I give it a taste test. Alright, so I hope this video was helpful. If it was, and you're enjoying what you're seeing, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more recipes, consider subscribing for more amazing contents like these. And if you want to request a recipe, then you could always comment down below. So this is the end product. I trust and hope that you enjoy the video, and please share and tell others about Tamara recipes. And yeah, guys, stay tuned for more awesome, tasty and delicious recipes.